Okay, so thank you everyone for joining this morning. Just wanted to quickly go over the agenda with you. So for roll call, we now do it within the chat. So could everyone please put in your name and affiliation in the chat so we could take attendance that way. If you are working with the government, can you please indicate which country as well? Thank you. So for the agenda today, we're gonna kind of do everything in reverse. So first we're going to start with our kind of like open session updates from anyone who wants to provide any programmatic updates regarding like any like biosafety, biosecurity initiatives that your organization is doing, as well as brief anyone on any like upcoming events that you want to promote and things such as that. We'll do that for the first 10 minutes. Then we are going to pass it over to our chairs to just further the discussion around the work plan that's been developed for this year, and also talk about the email that Jennifer sent out yesterday around the interest forms. And then we just want to spend this last 30 minutes kicking off the 3 work groups that we're going to be our like kind of 3 pillars for the year for the last 30 minutes. So thank you everyone for putting in your name and affiliations. I will make sure to do the attendance that way. And then we can just go ahead and open the floor for any like updates or anything such as that.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. This is Pawan Angra from CDC headquarters. So I have a couple of updates which I'd like to share with you.
And if no one has any, I know that there were several events that people had sent to me that they have coming up. So you can also refer to the Community Corner newsletter that I sent on Tuesday for upcoming events in the biosecurity space. So if no one has any updates that they want to give, I can pass it over to Erin.
Yeah, she can't. There's something wrong with her audio, I think.
Yeah, it looks like. Can you hear me?
I don't think she could because she interjected.
My volume has been on mute literally this entire time. I apologize. So good morning. It is 8 a.m. where I am right now, and I'm not a morning person. I'm very much a night owl. So apologies, Leanne, over to you.
Okay, Gabby. So this is Pawan Angra here from CDC headquarters. So I have a couple of updates I'd like to share. So the very first one is like at our CDC headquarters. From June 12th to 16th, we had our Global Health Center, which is a new name. You know, it's the Office of the Associate Director for the Lab Science. We organized a lab workshop, and the 55 CDC country lab advisors from 39 CDC country offices, they attended it. And during this workshop, the participants, they had opportunity to discuss lessons learned during COVID-19 and other response activities, and also to learn about the new lab policies and guidance from the CDC headquarters, and that included the high containment labs, and also to engage in the program representatives and the senior lab leadership from across the agency. And they also received the training on newly developed toolkits to enhance the technical and response skills, and engage with the program to develop and execute a one CDC strategy for the programmatic activities. And that also include the genomics. And during the training, which happened from June 15th to 16th, we included the bioinformatics and managing the core facilities and lessons learned across CDC outbreak response, and a visit to the high containment lab at CDC, along other things with the quality management system and the root cause analysis. So Anne Purfield and Dila Rahalisam, so they are our POCs. From Nigeria, I have 3 updates. The very first one is the CDC Nigeria, in collaboration with its PEPFAR implementing partners and the Medical Lab Science Council of Nigeria, in a capacity building effort, organizing a training for the proper use of biosafety cabinets from July 10th to 15th. And then another one is that they have CDC Nigeria, they have developed a tracking app that will be used to monitor and track the movement of guanidinium thiocyanate, which is a toxic chemical, and also the infectious waste to the incineration facilities. So Nigeria has 3 high temperature incinerators at this time, which are strategically located in Nigeria. So all the waste material from the 7 CDC supported PCR labs and other 18 expert labs will be tracked for a proper movement of this toxic and the infectious waste. And they also have successfully developed the audit checklist for the Federal Medical Center Makurdi and for the National Reference Lab. So these are 2 PCR mega labs to assess the level of program, and this checklist will be used to scale up the all CDC supported 247 labs for the standard waste management and biosafety and biosecurity program. So this is it from me. Thank you.
Thank you. And then we can pass it over to Leanne.
Morning, Gabby. Glad you can hear us now. Thank you. I just wanted to mention that the IGBBR had a virtual event on May 30th on dual use, and we were trying to share information for other countries about how to build oversight measures into their oversight systems for dual use. And if you weren't able to attend the event, the presentations are available for download from our website. So just a very quick update. Thank you.
Perfect. And I see that Jacob made a comment just about the upcoming Global Biosecurity Dialogue work streams that we're going to be hosting in 2 weeks. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Does anyone else have any updates that they want to provide to the larger group?
Gabby?
Yes.
I'd just like to say something. And just ask Peter if he could please share, because I missed the meeting yesterday. And greetings, everyone, and Eid Mubarak. Peter?
Yes. About the webinar.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes. So in brief, yesterday we had a webinar with hosted by the Pandemic Center at Brown University, and Wilmot James was the moderator. Philippa Lensos, Trevor Smith, and I were the guests, and we discussed a range of biosafety and biosecurity topics. The beautiful thing is, within about a week, this will be publicly available for watching on the Pandemic Center's website. So I think, Gabby, it will be possible to add it in the resources for the next community corner. Over.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Peter. Okay, anyone else have any updates? Okay, if not, I can pass it over to Aaron and Jennifer to talk about the work plan and the interest form that they sent out yesterday.
Jennifer, I'm very happy to defer to you to go first.
Well, I need to say thank you for chairing the last meeting also, and apologies for being absent. Yesterday, I struggled with sending the emails, so I'm not sure who received and who didn't. But if you did not receive an email with an interest form to join one of the 3 working groups that we are proposing, please let me know. I'll put my email in the chat. Unfortunately, I'm using my personal email because the official one seems to be hitting a lot of firewalls. Aaron, do you want to? Erin, would you like to just summarize a little bit for those who may not have been on the last call, some of the highlights of the call?
Certainly, very happy to do so.
Thank you.
And Jennifer, no worries on the firewall issues. My organization has a pretty aggressive firewall, and I've been finding important things in my spam folder. All of which is to say, though, important for this group. If anyone is trying to get in contact with me, it would probably behoove you to CC perhaps Gabby and Jacob. And if it has been an inordinate amount of time that I've not responded, it's almost certainly because it's been tripped up in my firewall. So if you wouldn't mind just sort of widening the distro list, at least for a little bit here, until I'm able to hopefully get my email a little bit squared away. So first up, excuse me. Well, first of all, you'll notice from the agenda today that the co-chairs are hoping to do something a little bit different today, and that was to actually start our session with sort of a tour de table and updates about various activities, and that is to open up space at the end for participants to dial into one of 3 working group meetings designed around the 3 work streams in the work plan that we have circulated over the past couple of months. Those work streams being Global South integration, Civ-MIL cooperation in biosafety and biosecurity, and emerging technologies and their impact on biosafety and biosecurity. And so what we want to do here, and why we're particularly kind of excited about this approach, is that it will basically enable you all. It will create a forum outside of the regular meetings where, probably a little bit smaller, a little more intimate, not recorded, so that folks could kind of discuss in a little bit, perhaps a safer space, where the intent is to encourage the groups to each generate by the end of the year some sort of tangible work product, and we are sort of agnostic about what that work product actually is. Could be anything. It could be publish a paper. It could be doing a tabletop exercise, which we from DoD kind of love. And so and another idea that I've discussed a little bit that might be kind of new to some folks here, so apologize there, but put together a matchmaking proposal for the global partnership against the spread of weapons and materials of mass destruction, a forum that I'm certainly involved in, and that is intended to help bridge capability gaps for partners or for whole regions. So all of which is to say, it can be anything, but we do want to sort of enable this just awesome brain trust to get together, put your heads together, and generate some good ideas and products, which we know that you all are trained, ready, and eager to do. So excuse me. So that was my quick summary. Jennifer, am I
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Erin. And so the interest form is actually really quick to fill out. I filled it out in probably a minute. I dread having to fill these forms out, but this one is really straightforward. And obviously the reason why we want to get that is so that we can figure out how the groups are put together, and to also see who would be interested in leading the groups. So we're trying to move to a more action-based way of doing things. It's great to hear the webinars. I think a lot of us have Zoom fatigue, actually, but we want to be able to actually have some products. And that's why, we thought it would be best to move in this direction. I must say that we did receive one proposal, Anthony. I don't want to be remiss and not mention that. And thank you for sending your proposal. We did have a look at it, and what we would like to do, if you have case studies that you think would make for good examples or exercises, we would rather anonymize them so that we're not calling anyone out if there were any mishaps, and just so that we're diplomatically addressing things without angering anyone. So, and I will definitely get back to you on that. We've thought of a couple of ways of rolling that out. Anthony. And I think, is there anything else that we need to go over before our next item? Would anyone?
Yeah, this is Anthony here.
Great.
Just to say that I heard you. It's a bit late from where I am, so I can't continue to be on the call with my audio. So I just want to acknowledge that I heard you. Thank you. Over.
Thank you. And I noticed that some of the other countries, like I know the team from Malaysia also mentioned that we meet kind of late for them also. So totally understood. Does anyone have any thoughts on that? Hi, Julie. Hello. Any thoughts or feedbacks on the proposed working groups? Okay, back over to you then, Gabby.
Okay, I can start the breakout rooms if that's what you and Aaron wish to do now.
Yes, please, Gabby, that would be great. And just for everybody on the call, please pick one, jump on in, join, and just start discussing. Each of the working groups has kind of a broad-based mission statement, but we, I think, from the co-chair's position, are certainly happy for there to be kind of adjustments and modifications, as long as they're kind of rowing in that direction. Expect this first meeting will be a little bit of kind of a get to know you kind of thing, and setting up kind of logistics for periodic meetings. Our hope is that by our next regularly scheduled meeting at the end of next month, the working groups will have a little bit of time to just sort of discuss to the plenary session, talk about what you talked about, the kinds of ways that you're scoping the prompt. Obviously, you won't have all the answers right now, and you won't be able to kind of say what the work products you're going to be working toward are just yet. But we would be happy to hear just sort of your thoughts and kind of the direction that the group is heading based on this meeting, or if you have a different meeting that you schedule at some point next month. So that's all I'll say on that.
And the plug for the working groups also is that it will not be recorded. So Chatham House rules for everyone. We understand that some people have to have permission from their governments to speak, and so on and so forth. But we're just hoping to stimulate a little more discussion. Javier, your hand is up.
Yeah, hello, Jennifer. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, I don't have my camera on. I am director of the Initiative for global security from Argentina. I do have a question regarding the document, specifically the work plan strategic objectives, the number 3, which is enhancing global South engagement in biosafety and biosecurity events and engagements and increasing South-South collaborations. My question will be if there's any specific goal regarding that point, because I see a lot of more, let's say, general goals, but for example, when say creating meetings schedule for the working groups, designating a working group leader, etc. But I don't see any concrete goal for that specific topic. What kind of collaboration would we with the private sector, with government, with NGOs? Can anyone elaborate a little bit on that, please?
Absolutely. So the working groups are new, and we are not big brothering the working groups. Each group will determine how they would like to proceed. We are just basically giving some outlines and some thoughts on what we, just our thoughts. It doesn't have to follow the formats that we have suggested. It would be entirely up to the working groups.
Okay, thank you.
And just to piggyback on what Jennifer said, so as someone who is not from the global South, I can tell you I'm excited about this one because we're responsible for a lot of assistance to countries in the global South. We typically, though, use a kind of the United States as its model for the assistance that we provide. So, big lab construction projects and that kind of thing, which in some cases makes a lot of sense. But I would love actually to, hear from, folks from the global South on actually what is, what do you need? What's actually, sustainable? And so that our work could be more impactful. So I think that's, one area where this could be really cool. But as Jennifer said, we're certainly not big brothering this thing. That's kind of the whole point of the working groups, is to enable your creativity and your passions to kind of take over. And if you decide to go in a different direction on that, then absolutely very, very happy to see that.
Thanks for clarification, Aaron.
And also you can belong to more than one working group, just depending on the amount of time you are willing to give.
Okay.
Okay, I will open up the breakout rooms. Okay, and I think now you should be able to just choose a breakout room to join.
And I'm sorry, Gabby, how do we do that? I don't see anything kind of popping up on my screen.
Oh, it's not popping up here.
Yeah, not yet.
Hello, Julia. Hello, Julia.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hello. This is Donald.
Yes,
from MLSC in Nigeria.
wonderful. Thanks for joining. Sorry, I didn't know if there's a Julie on the call and a Julia, so I wasn't sure which one. I'm commonly called Julie, so I wasn't sure if Julie has the same issue.
Okay, Julie, I meant to say, thank you very much.
Yes, thanks.
I just wanted to know, I'm not very sure I got you correctly on how to join the working group. Are you just sharing members into the working group, or we have a specific way of joining, or you are sharing a link or something? I'm not sure I'm on the same page with you on the how to
No,
join the working.
usually when the breakout rooms occur, we see it on the screen and then we can choose which breakout session we want to join.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So
Yes, and I'll actually defer to Jennifer and Aaron.
Oh,
because-
sorry,
No,
Julia.
no, they're definitely the ones in charge here, but I'm excited to join one of the breakout rooms and get started.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
yes, for some reason it's not letting you click yourself. So if people can just like put in the chat which group they would like to be assigned to, I can quickly just assign people into groups. Apologies.
Thanks, Gabby.
Hey, Gabby, this is Dana Perkins. I mean, since there are questions about these working groups, maybe for this first meeting, maybe everybody can participate. We can allocate certain times to discuss each working group, and then at future meetings, people will participate according to their wishes on what working group they want to be assigned in. Over.
I will defer to Aaron and Jennifer on that.
So, Dana, I think it is a very good point that some potentially further discussion on what the working groups are could be useful. I think that folks are kind of signing up right now to join up. So perhaps what we could do is maybe give a little bit of time in advance of the next session or during our next full action package meeting. And to discuss in a little bit more detail, because I do understand that this might be it's a little bit amorphous at this moment, and we've kind of done that intentionally, but that can be, I think, a little bit strange. So Dana, I would encourage you, maybe just for now, maybe pick a group and contribute. You can help shape the conversation and what that group ends up being. And then maybe what we could do next time is have a kind of broad basing discussion on what the working groups are. And actually, probably that's a really great way for the working groups to kind of out brief next time, just sort of saying, hey, what do you think is important?
Yeah. It's a bit awkward. I understand that, Dana. But Gabby's already started to, I know I have mine on the screen. So if you're not wedded to a specific group, so please pick one and you're welcome to change. And I like your idea, Erin, at the beginning of the next meeting, perhaps we can all just share what was discussed in the groups. So others, if they choose to change, they're able to. But if you could put in the chat, please, where you'd like to be assigned. I'll just stay until, Erin, let's just stay until everyone's gone. I picked Global South, and so it's on my screen.
I will wait and see where we need.
Thanks, Julie.
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, and sorry for this slow filter.
It's okay. That's a lot, Gabby. I'm sorry. We didn't know it was going to be like this. We thought we could just easily pick. We didn't mean to put this on you.
It's fine. Technology is amazing until it's not. So
yeah. But Jules, we won't be able to see who's in each group and where help might be needed.
Can Gabby see?
I think so. I hope so.
Gabby, can you see?
Yes.
It's almost like speed dating. The young ones were telling me that they were doing this through COVID, like you could meet people in breakout rooms. Oh, must have been so awkward.
Yeah, it sounds just awful. No.
I'm wondering where Peter's going, whether he's going to emerging technologies or South.
Actually, it'll just be easier for me to just call people's names out. So, Nicholas, which group would you like to be in? Because now filtering through like the chat has become hard.
Sorry.
That's fine. Dana, which group would you like to be a part of?
Civilian military engagement.
Yes.
Susan. Okay, Peter, which group would you like to be a part of? Okay, I only have a couple unassigned people, so I'm just gonna start putting people into groups.
So Gabby, I'm happy to take emerging technologies if that group doesn't have someone from the chair structure in it. But
That sounds good. I will add you in there, and I'm adding you to MIFSIL. And Jennifer, you're already in Global South.
Do you think I'm needed there?
They need a leader there.
Okay. Okay.
So, okay, I think everyone should be good.
So Donald is still here, and Anthony may not really be online.
I think they have to like accept to join and everything.
Okay, so they're not paying attention to their screen. And who's P?
This is me as Pavan Angra from CDC.
Oh,
I'm still waiting.
you're wait. Where do you want to go?
Number
I've
2.
added you to MIFSIL. Yeah, Jennifer, I can handle it from here. So I think
Okay, all right, bye. Thank you, Gabby.
Mhm. Okay. So I've added you both to the MIFSIL group. I think you just need to accept on your end.
Okay.
And then Anthony, I see that you are interested in joining group 3. I can move you to group 3. So you should have gotten a notification. And how about now? Do you see it now?
Send it again, please. Oh, yeah, it's here. Join breakout room. Yeah, it's here.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So Gabby, I was kicked back here. I don't know why.
Okay. Here, let me try. Let's try one more time.
Okay.
Really quick. Okay. What about now? Okay, perfect. It kicked you back again.
No, I still they kicked me out again. Maybe try number 2.
That's so weird.
I know.
It's not even like I can like move you to like other groups. So I'm gonna try and move you to the Global South group and then move you back to the MIFSIL group. So give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. How about trying logging out and then logging back in?
Okay, actually, I have another meeting, so I'll just drop off now.
Okay.
It's 3 times.
Apologies.
Maybe next time. Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye. I believe everyone is back. Just wanted to give Jennifer and Aaron the chance to say like any last words and next steps.
But just first, thanks to everyone who participated in the working groups. I know that these are, so we've done something a little non-standard here, but I do think that it will bear a lot of fruit. And I know on the Civ Mill side, it was a truncated, but I think a very good first step. So I just encourage working groups. We get together, share emails, and decide. Maybe I encourage you to kind of consider doing another kind of interim meeting between now and the full group meeting in July. Additionally, I just encourage folks to, if they're interested, join multiple working groups. And talk to other folks in the community who you think might be of interest. Like for example, we were discussing in the Civ Mill group, the World Organization for Animal Health, WHO, what would be just really great participants in this, among others, Interpol. So yeah, that's what I got. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, we can end this meeting and we will see everyone in July. We'll do the typical meeting minutes and we'll also resend out the link and everything. So I will see everyone next month.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. That was really cool.
Bye. Thanks so much.
Bye.